Well, guys, we have reached at this point a historic time in FC. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. That's an 86 Basha card worth 1,000 coins. The PC market is beyond cooked. If EA don't go all out starting very soon here for TOTS SERIE, which we have leaks for in this video, we're not going to be looking so good. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be, I mean, it's already chalked, the power curve. We know that by now. But 1,000 coin 86s right now. 87s are a couple K. I mean, it's insane. We've never seen anything like it. We've got that icon SBC that came out, which I'm actually getting ahead of myself here. We got TOTS SERIE leaks. We've got an evolution leak as well that looks pretty interesting, and we'll go and look at everything that we need to in this video, of course. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description down below. They are the cheapest and the safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. And thank you all for joining. Subscribe if you are new. The comments video will be out in a few hours from now on the second channel if you're interested. And I also will be opening one of these for the video today, the 93 plus Encore icon pick. I haven't done one yet, so I'm going to open one for this video. It's like, it was almost 1 million coins, I think, was the SBC. And this came out yesterday, so I'm sure most of you have seen this by now, but I didn't actually upload yesterday because I sat here and I was like, bro, there is nothing to discuss, nothing to talk about, no leaks, no news, no market stuff. Like, it's just nothing. It's team of the season. And it's actually, Bundesliga is one of the more hyped up team of the seasons usually. No, nothing. So I sat back and I was like, I'm not making one. I'll talk about some of this stuff tomorrow, like this 93 plus Encore icon pick, which we'll get into today, because I know why they dropped this. I know why this exists. I don't actually, it's just a guess, but I am very confident in my suspicion as to why this exists, and it kind of confirms our power curve talk that we've been talking about over the last few weeks now. Okay, and one thing quickly before we talk about that, actually, I tried out this harder team of the season card, and this card was actually insane. Low driven for me has overtaken finesse shot now at this point. This is an insane card. Tiki Taka low driven technical finesse. She's like 1.5 mil on the PC market right now, and she's actually worth that price. I mean, this is an insane card. If you've tried her, I would love to hear if you thought the same thing, but I would give her a try if you possibly can afford her. But okay, let's talk about the icon pick. Now, the reason I'm very confident that I know why this exists is because this is a piece of content that EA feels like is the best they can kind of do without moving the power curve, if that makes sense. It's not releasing a new card. It's not releasing a big SBC. It's not releasing a new promo team. This is kind of the most they can do without moving the power curve. Now, they could have gone unlimited repeatable, which maybe that would be like that next step that would be sort of over the top for them maybe, but I think the reason this exists is because it doesn't move the power curve. And technically it still does, because if a lot of people get good players out of that, it still moves the power curve. But actually, let's go back to SBCs quickly here. We're just at the same exact point. Even the Javi Simons objective that came out, people are like, the card kind of looks like my attackers. Is it going to make my team? I don't think so. And we've talked about this enough by now, but it's just, as time goes on, they literally George R.R. Martin this season. If you know, you know. They literally wrote themselves into a hole and they can't get out of it. Like Benjamin Sesko, right? Solid card, not bad. That's how all of these SBCs are, because they ruined the power curve. So now you ended up here where nobody gives a shit about content, which is crazy. You're in team of the season, and it's not going to change, I think, until next year. I'll be honest with you. Unless EA change their philosophy, go all out, which they still could do. I don't think much is going to change here in the TOTS Bundesliga Cup. You know, how did you guys, what would you think about this? How'd you guys do in it? You know, the packs, I would say, are maybe not quite as good as some of the other cups we've seen, but it's not as many games. Of course, there's a game limit on it, because that's kind of what these cups have, which, you know, has its own problems as well. But they literally George R.R. Martin this year wrote themselves in a hole. They can't get out, and they don't know what to do. You have to send it, EA. If you don't send it, you are fucked. And that's just talking about like the player SBCs, right? We're not even talking about the prices themselves of fodder right now, which is a whole nother like kind of can of worms to get into. But okay, TOTS SERIE, as we know, we're getting leaks much sooner now because people are just like trying to find something to look forward to. We do have team of season highlights. Both Turan brothers are getting TOTS highlight cards, and the stats are not confirmed in these cards, by the way. These are just predictions, so that's pretty cool. But as you guys know, TOTS highlights cards have tended to not be as good. What's the best one? I think Jamie Gittins has been the best one so far. Maybe there's one I'm forgetting in there that's been pretty good too, but they tend to make these ones like 92, 91 rated, so we might not actually get like a crazy pair of cards here. Maybe they'll break the streak with these two, because usually we, you know, in past years we'd see in a couple cards that were maybe either honorable mentions or maybe moments cards that were really good, and this year we haven't really seen that yet. And their highlight is from the Derby d'Italia there. And we also have more leaks for Serie A and the rest of Europe. We've got some leaks right here from all the teams. We've got Europe Select, Promise David, Adrian Schutt, and Cristiano Girelli. Now, looking at these cards here, if you don't know who these guys are, here's Promise David, who has a 30.2 on the FUT GG meta counter, ranks number 4,224. But what's really cool is that he is 6'5". So this card probably, I mean, depending on how much they juice it, obviously, might be kind of insane, because I'm hoping we get like a 4 playstyle plus couple of them maybe. And if that's the first one that we got leaked, maybe an aerial plus, finesse plus, low driven, technical Promise David would be pretty awesome. Here's Adrian Schutt here, Romanian League, base intercept. He's 6'1". Yeah, 6'1" right there. Okay, can't really make too much into this card. And then the other one is this Girelli 85 rated Juventus player who you've probably seen before. But those are the 3 that we have got leaked there. And then the NWSL, Haley McCutcheon, Allison Sentnor, and Tara McCown, I believe. I don't really know who any of those 3 are, to be honest with you. Then Nico Paz and Shea Adams there for the Serie A as our players. And AC hints towards an SBC down here, kind of. He says SBC's question mark, and he says this Yamal gif that he says calma. So I don't know if that means that it's gonna be not good again, or if that means just wait, it's gonna be good. I mean, I'm reading into a Yamal gif from a Twitter. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. And then before we get into the Evo leak here are some cards that we have not seen yet for the Bundesliga team of the season. It's just Granit Xhaka, basically. We saw Sheshko today, and a couple more fodder-ish cards down here, but it's just Granit Xhaka. So yeah, we've gone over this a million times. Don't know. I mean, I do know why this is the case, but absolutely insane that we're in the spot right now. And here we go. So this Evolution leak now, a new max 90 CDM Evo set to come to Ultimate Team soon. Bruiser plus, block plus, and slide tackle plus. Stats boost, pace, defending, physicality limits are 90 plus. So that's nice to see. And then deep lying playmaker plus plus as well. And he says down here, you know, show me your untradeable player. Tell me if they fit. He didn't reply to anybody. So we have no even any intel really at all about who fits in here apart from a FUT Agents tweet. And I'm also assuming Casemiro fits in, obviously. FUT Agent says this Patrick Vieira can be used 93 defending, bruiser plus, and block plus. So that's kind of all the info we got. And everybody that replied to FUT Agent down here, like this Bergval card, who looks, I mean, good. It's not maybe that crazy. He says he does not fit in here. Looking at this card, you've got 91 pace, 82 shot, 92 dribbling. So if that card doesn't fit, I'm going to assume maybe it's going to be a very CDM heavy Evo. I mean, it literally is a CDM Evo, but you know what I'm trying to say? Maybe they're just looking for strictly CDMs that you can put into this, right? But yeah, that's kind of the news that we've got in terms of FC25 stuff right now that's coming into the game. One more thing that's not coming in, though, is Elise, 1 player of the month. No SBC, of course. Maybe it's a dumb thing to complain about. It definitely might be, but I just don't get why stop now? Why? Why stop now? Why not go crazy with it? You need to. Elise SBC would have been kind of cool. I know we just got a card, but he's a million coins, so it'd been kind of cool to get an SBC. And one of the more popular tweets of today, it was Fraud Zone. So obviously, we know how we feel about Fraud Zone, but he says EA FC26 will not be free. It will be the same price as always. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you saw this today, for one, I want to tell you that it definitely will not be free. So he is right about that. I don't think he probably got this info like himself. He might have got it from somewhere else. But we obviously had the news, I want to say it was maybe a week or 2 ago, that EA were testing out the free-to-play model in certain areas. They were making Ultimate Team free for certain regions, and that's going to be something that I think they're going to keep trying out, but it's not going to be for another few years, I think, till they fully commit to that, if they were ever going to. I think they might eventually do that. It's going to take 3, 4, 5 years, though. I don't think they're going to plan on implementing Ultimate Team as free to play without doing a lot of tests beforehand to make sure their profits are going to obviously at least stay the same, if not do better, with it being free to play. So they're going to have to do a lot more testing and stuff, a lot more of releasing it in certain regions for free to see how it does. And right now, it's been like a month of it being free in certain regions, if that, so that's not enough time for them to make a decision on it. And if it was going to be free, I think we'd probably hear about that really early on. So obviously the chance gets higher, I think, as the years go on. So next year, I think we'll probably hear about it around now, and it'll be one of the first bits of info that we do get, because I think EA will want to tell us that very quickly, as it is good PR to say, hey, we're free to play now if you want to play Ultimate Team. But yeah, that was just realistically not going to happen this year, unfortunately. And then moving on to this Reddit post here, because it was funny, I was seeing 2 back-to-back posts on Reddit talking about how this game is fucking over the hardcore players, and then here this guy's talking about my problem with these cups and how it shows that EA is massively neglecting the casual player. And it's just funny that I think both people are kind of right. This game right now is fucking over everybody. It's not just the hardcore, it's not just the casual. It really isn't in a good spot for any singular player, and that's kind of more so the issue than either you being a casual or you being a hardcore player. It's not good for anybody right now. But the question is, with all the complaining that's been done in the last maybe few weeks, really since Team of the Season began, and since really everyone's been like unanimously, hey, what's going on right now? What's the problem? What is their solution? How does EA go about doing this, right? Look at these fodder prices right now. This is just on console. On PC, take these fodder prices and cut them in half right now is almost what they're at. So when you got 86's coming in at 1,000 coins, well, I mean, what do you do at that point? To me, there's one obviously immediate thing they can do to help with this. Number one is drop exchanges. That would immediately at least be something that would help the menu grind. Obviously, we know that it's been quite neglected. We know that the daily upgrades are just gone and see you later. Fuck you. It would at least attempt to bring some kind of spice back into the game now that we're in May and people are upset. And also it would raise fodder prices, because right now, if you do, let's say you play FUT champs and you finish rank 3 or rank 4, which is pretty damn high for most people, you can do a 2 of 5, 85 plus pick, get 2 87s, and make 6,000 coins. Make 7,000, make 8,000 coins. I mean, that is insane. Why would you keep playing the game if that's the case? You can get really, really lucky and pack a 94 or 95 team of the season, less than 30K. On PC right now, back to 95 team of the season, he was 21,000 coins. So to me, I think one way to fix this is obviously drop a massive SBC or 2, drop a massive repeatable SBC or 2, and drop exchanges. Would that make everyone's team kind of go insane? Probably. At this point, you have no choice. You are shit out of luck. So yeah, everyone complaining right now, I think it's rightfully so, but let's try and find solutions to this. And I think the solutions honestly are not over the top difficult, because you're not in November. You don't have this problem in like 2 months into the game where you haven't made your money yet. You're already past the point now where you have to hold back on content. At this point, what are you even holding back for anymore? There is 0 point to me in holding back still. But yeah, I'm so curious to see how they handle the end of this year, because I mean, they have to change something up and change something quickly. And I don't know what that is. I hope it's exchanges. I hope it's like some of the stuff we've been talking about. Let me know what you guys think, obviously. But that's kind of the end of the convo, I guess, because I don't know what else to even say. And the biggest thing, the thing that really sucks with this is that, listen, people actually can find good things in sort of this market stuff where everyone's so cheap that you can find good things with that. Like, it's possible to look at how things are right now with a more positive outlook than maybe some people are giving it credit for. But the biggest issue really is that when you combine that with the fact that everybody in unanimous agreement thinks gameplay is not good, then you're really fucked, because gameplay is already not there. You have to have an undeniable menu content, undeniable menu grind to make the game worth it, like how FIFA 19 was. FIFA 19 was played throughout the whole year, not because of the gameplay. The gameplay of FIFA 19, you wouldn't believe how bad it was. Like, it's shocking how bad it actually was. If you weren't around during that time, I can't even explain to you. Just go. You might have even heard like myths, legends about FIFA 19 gameplay. Stunningly bad, okay? You could not shoot a normal circle shot. You couldn't do it. It didn't go in. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But the menu content was incredible. The game was played until July for most people. So when you combine all of this market stuff, menu stuff, where it's like, huh? And then the gameplay is like, Jesus, that's dog shit. What? When you're screwed. And that's what most of you said in the comments. Like, no, it's like the gameplay really is what's bad. That's why the game's going downhill. And maybe that honestly is a bigger reason than I even was giving it credit for maybe a few months back, right? Before we saw the EA report of them saying, hey, the numbers actually went crazy when we fixed the gameplay. Like, the gameplay patch caused it to skyrocket in numbers. That to me, I kind of almost didn't expect. I kind of expected it to be like, okay, gameplay's better. It will help things, but it won't like make a drastic difference in player count. It was like double. It basically doubled the player count when they made gameplay better. So clearly EA, I think, know this now, and I wasn't even, I guess, fully aware of the impact that it could have. But gameplay is the biggest part of making the game playable. Because even if content is meh, you can have fun playing the game and hopping on and using players and stuff like that. And right now you can't. I mean, obviously you can in spurts. There's always some games you can go out there and have some fun in, but for the most part, it's been hard to find that. But it's crazy to me that we all can kind of see like, okay, well, if they do this, they can help at least this issue, and they're just sticking with their guns right now. They're not changing almost anything with content, and that's why it's shocking. It kind of feels like arrogance a little bit, where it's like, no, we know what's best. It's like, no, we got this. You'll like this content. You'll be fine. It's like, I don't know. The number's not looking so good right now. And Omni Caliber was like, honestly, if you weren't creating content, would you still be playing the game this year? I stopped playing 3 months ago, but watch your content. Crying laughing emoji. I won't lie, a little bit for the R9 haircut you owe us. And the question is, I would, and this is kind of why I haven't really been uploading gameplay this year almost at all, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just don't have fun doing it. And I have a big like anxiety issue when I'm recording a video that I'm not enjoying myself. I can't do that. Like, I sit there and I feel like it comes across really easily when I'm phoning it in, and I really don't like making content that I don't like making. And so if I'm sitting there trying the new cards that come out and I just like, man, I don't want to hop on this game today, and then I hop on it and I play it and I'm miserable, like I feel like my mental health would just deteriorate, the content would suck, and it would be a phone in to the extreme. And it's like, I don't want to do that. I'm hoping next year I enjoy the game and I can do more stuff with that. Like for example, the second channel comments stuff, I love doing that and I want to make one once a week. Anyway, back to like what your question really is here. It's like, would you be playing the game? I would still be playing it. Would I be playing it as much? I mean, I don't know. I enjoy playing FIFA in a more casual sense than maybe most people do. I like playing and hopping on once a day maybe to see what's out, and then if it's not good, I'm out for the day. I'm done. If I don't want to play rivals, I don't play rivals. If I want to play champs, I don't play champs. Like I just go with the flow of like what I want to do and play. But if you ask other creators out there, I'm sure they would tell you like, no, I wouldn't play this game as much. I just can't phone it in like that. And it's honestly respect to people who can. Like if you play this game and you don't like it, you play it every day as a job, I mean, that's fair play to you. I think I would literally lose my mind. But okay, here comes the pick. I'm hoping I don't get absolutely shafted in this, but I did see some where people were getting absolutely shafted in this. But I was also seeing R9, so anything is possible. Slot number 1, we get ourselves Fouty, who I just put into this SBC. All right, Arnie slot number 2. Agio 94, and we are dangerously close to an awful pick. 95 Buffon as a Juventus fan. You know what? I'm not going to hate on that too badly because he's my keeper now. He's 350k. It's not great, but it's something, I guess. I would say don't do this, but there's nothing on this game to do right now, so go ahead and do it. Fuck it. Who cares? Let me know what you guys got if you got something insane, and thank you all for joining and being here today. I appreciate you all so much. I love y'all. Servers on, peace.